What's a secret you've been holding on to for a long time that you'll never likely tell anyone? How easily I can detach myself emotionally in the blink of an eye. I know and love all my friends, but I've experienced it before. When the contact just isn't there anymore, I can turn around and pretend like they weren't even part of my life. Works with my ex-life partners too. I don't want to tell anyone because it might give them some fear of being disposable and interchangeable, but they aren't. If I get to the point where I miss somebody, my brain just completely cuts them out. As I'm writing this, I even thought of 1 or 2 friends, and that stings, but it'll be gone again in 5 minutes. That I have trouble feeling empathy towards my family, and that I don't feel bonded to anyone but my 3 best friends I grew up with, my twin sister, and I feel bonded to people I'm in romantic relationships with somewhat. Years of repeated childhood abuse stunted my empathy. Most of my relationships seem superficial and pretty transactional. If I told my family, they'd view me differently, and it's rather inconvenient for me. I once saved a person's life who used to be a best friend of mine in high school from an alcohol overdose by attempting to make him throw up, and calling an ambulance from my home. My fam wasn't happy at all, but knew I did the right thing. He never spoke to me again out of embarrassment possibly, but he's very successful in life, and I will never say who it is to protect their success and happiness. I've seen my mom's butthole. I was going through my dad's dresser when I was a kid, just being nosy. My top drawer is where I kept my secrets, so I wanted to see his, and boy did I pictures of my mom spread eagle and bent over Polaroids. They have been seared into my brain. Thank God I didn't develop an incest fetish or older lady fetish, since my mom's wasn't ugly. X200B. 1. I stole my bully's notebooks 2 to 3 days before the exam and threw them away. 2. I sometimes do and say things that I know are weird and stupid just to get attention. 3. Am very biased. If someone is too good looking, then I will purposefully treat them badly or ignore them out of jealousy. I genuinely don't like any of my friends. They're good people and aren't toxic or anything like that. Many of them are funny as hell too, and I love their sense of humor. I just hate the superficiality of the interactions, to the point where I'd rather be alone than pretend to be someone I'm not. I'm renting a room in a couple's apartment. They tried to raise the rent on me like 7 months in. I said I can't afford that, I'll have to move out and you'll have to rent this place out to a black person or something. They let me stay. Lol. Use that racism against them. No, they're not white. I'm a 39F happily married to my best friend and love of my life 38M for 10 years. He adopted my daughter, who was 4 when we started dating, and is now 17. I'm bisexual. I've always been, but only recently admitted it to myself. I've never been a girl, but it's all I think about. I hate airplanes. In my first job, I designed a machine that every major airplane manufacturer now uses a variant of. Soon, and then for the rest of our lives, it will be almost impossible to ride a plane that I didn't have some indirect hand in making, and I fucking hate it. Witnessing what happens to someone who breaks a strict no rape rule with the crew they ride with. Wish I could get the images and screams out of my head, and no, I won't go into details. It has lived rent-free in my mind for 11 years and probably will until I die. I've always felt lonely my whole life, and it has affected a lot of things. I've never told anyone because I didn't want it to bother my loved ones when there's nothing they could really do to help. I've been able to improve it on my own as I've gotten older. We have a snack drawer on the floor where I work that recently started stocking individual Starburst candies. I only ever take the pink and red ones, leaving an extreme overabundance of yellow and orange. Feels incredible to finally tell someone TBH. I've been waiting for my children to grow up and establish their lives comfortably, then I'm out. Haven't wanted to live anymore for about 6 years now. I've squirreled away things for them and have organized for a while. It's just basically a countdown. I used to work in this building and my boss was an asshole and he assigned me to clean his desk, and I'm not the janitor. I jogged and got myself sweating and used the sweat off my forehead to wipe it clean. Embarrassed smiley face. I know damn well if I say it here, this post is gonna blow the fuck up, and I may have every family member and friend calling me to yell. So no, I'm taking this shit to my grave. I hate my course, which is civil engineering, yet I graduated it and now I don't have the energy to review for boards, but still coping and trying to review. I've been in contact with extraterrestrial beings for about 5 years now. -2 because of corona quarantines. That even though I hate my cousin for dating my ex GF, I've gotten hard watching them kiss. I really want to share, but what if someone finds out it's this girl? Hella no. Never. How many times are we gonna see the same question worded differently? A child I was holding when I was 14 was fatally shot and I took matters in my own hands. I shit my pants on my way to school the first day of sophomore year in high school. That I'm holding on to a secret for a long time that I'll never likely tell anyone. As a teen, I used to take my older siblings' clothes and wear them to school. I lost 160,000 pounds, which included the majority of my savings, gambling on stocks. I made up an accent to recognize the influenced people of our ideas, winking face. I've been addicted to Reddit and have been neglecting my job search. My sister is overweight and none of us know how to nicely say it. I had a thing with one of my younger colleagues for a month. I'm not sure I'll ever fully trust somebody romantically again. Things I have fantasized about doing to pretty actresses.